At the count of 3, we are going to sing our national anthem. 1, 2, 3.
Minister for Youth and Sports and Religious Affairs, Honorable Emily Bear, District Education Officer, District 3, Little Mary Lord, Mrs. Nadia Benjamin, other members of the Benjamin family, friends, members of staff, students, pleasant good morning. This morning, we are here to show our appreciation and to receive officially a sum of money which has instructed by Mr. Roland Benjamin deceased to be presented to this institution. Over the years, Mr. Roland Benjamin, upon his frequent visits when he was alive, he would always take a stroll through this schoolyard and at times have conversation on the status of the school and to always ask how things are going. And through him and his family over the years, they have made small donations of books and other school supplies over the years. But this morning, we as an institution, we are grateful to Almighty God, and of course, to our departed brother Roland deceased, for having thought of us as an institution, and in his will, he gave directions clearly to give to us the sum of over $11,000 US. For this, we are grateful. And so this morning, members of the Benjamin family, they are here to make this official presentation, and at the same time, to continue to pledge their support for this institution as they did over the years. So I take this opportunity to welcome all of us here this morning, and of course to call to make some brief remarks Mrs. Nadia Benjamin.
Mr. Chairman, Reverend Roland, Honorable Captain here, other distinguished Chief Education Officer, District Education Officer, other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen and children, teachers. I'm so happy to be here this morning to make this presentation to this school. Before I move on, I would just like to recognize a number of people here who have come to support me, and to recognize the village of Bequeath. Most of you must have heard about Bequeath. And I am from Bequeath. And today what we are, what I am, and perhaps what my children are, I could also say that we have gained the knowledge and the wisdom from the village of Bequeath, from our grandmothers, our mothers, and our all fathers and parents. And today I would like to recognize a number of people who are here with me to support me. And starting from the top side, there is Leslie Thomas and his wife Elma, who have come from England. And they have grown up with Roland, and they are part of the Benjamin family, Leslie and Elma. And alongside is Mrs. Sylvia Nayak, who is of the McIntosh family, which I am part of also. And of course, when you hear about Mrs. Sylvia Nayak and you hear about an aunt I have called Mrs. Jane Sonny, you know that these people are from Bequeath and they're always working for the community. Also with us is Miss Jennifer Joseph, who is now going to, she's basically from St. Andrews, but lives in St. George's. And she's going to head the committee for the Princess Alice Hospital, Friends of Princess Alice Hospital Committee. And Mrs. Sylvia Nayak is also going to head the fundraising committee for the Princess Alice Hospital in Mariupol. And of course, we have Mrs. Honorable Emlyn Pear, who also have connection to Paraclete. So, and of course, on this side we have Mr. Henry David, my son-in-law, who is here this morning. My daughter couldn't make the trip, so he's here with us. I also must say Roland's daughter is not here with us today. She couldn't make the trip. She had a son, and a husband and son. Also my sister Liza Sonny and Eugene Sonny, who wanted to be here, but they are not here today because of other matters. We also have with us Mr. Paul and Ray Palmer, friends. There is Sarian from the United States also, and Lucky, who is a nurse in Grenada, but I tell you, she has been my right and left hand with all the letters and all the correspondence I had to do, and emails, etc. Weren't it for Lucky, I don't know how I will make it. So I'm really happy to have her here. And of course, Gentle Ben, who also was a student of the school, is here. Both himself and Roland attended the school. So we're all happy to have all of you. And you children, I want you all to understand that what you do in the world today will reflect on you all the time. So you got to aspire to achieve. And when you achieve, you can remember your school. Roland has always thought of his schools where he went to. And so before he passed, he said, I must do something to honor the schools that fed my brain. He always speak about feeding his brain. Yes. So I will tell you a little something about Roland, and then I'll move on. I'm sorry that we haven't here with us today my husband, Roland Benjamin, who also was very influential on Roland's life. And he always speaks of his uncle, John Benjamin, the artist, writer, teacher, staff of the Ministry of Education. Because sorry that we haven't got them with them. They have been here with us today, but we know they are in a better place. Now, as you know, or maybe not know, Roland was born in the parish of St. David. Now, we had moved to St. David just before Hurricane Janet. My husband was given an appointment on the Laura Estate, and so we went there. So Roland was just 1 year old when Hurricane Janet passed. And following 1956, when my husband was recruited by the government of the day to come back to St. Andrews to resuscitate the nutmeg industry, which had all gone down, we came back to live in Grenville. Originally we lived in Paraclete, and we came back to live in Grenville. I'd just like to say a little something on behalf of donations that were made by Roland. Roland in his will left US $776,855 US for the schools in Grenada that he attended, primary and secondary, and also the Technical Career Institute in Manhattan, New York. Roland had a passion for children and education. With his careful planning and generosity, left, as Father Mark told you, US $11,823.86 for the school, which is going to be an approximate maybe 31,000 EC. He left the same amount he left to the school for the St. Andrews Methodist School and the Birch Grove RC School. Although he did not attend the Birch Grove RC School, he was so impressed with the appreciation shown to his uncle John Benjamin, MD, who was a teacher member of staff of the Ministry of Education, and renowned artist. The principal, Mrs. Margaret Wilson of Butchgrove RC School, requested of the family that the children of the school come to the funeral service of John Benjamin, MB, to recite a poem written by him called Mama Sissy Bird, which they recite in the school every school day. On Roland's return to the USA, following his uncle's funeral, he sent the school US $1,000 in appreciation for the effort to attend the church service. He left US $23,647.71 for his high school, his alma mater, McDonald College in St. Patrick's. Roland also left $17,735.79 from the estate to Technical College Institute in Manhattan, New York, where he continued his technical skills, having received the technical foundation from his dad, Roland Benjamin, OB, former agricultural specialist, agricultural information officer, and trained radio operator. Graduating from TCI Institute, he was hired by Bell Labs in New Jersey. Later, he moved to Pennsylvania and worked with AT&T. He worked with Agres Systems for 25 years, then Lucent Technologies and many other companies. Roland has also left money for the Ronald and Nadia Benjamin Medical Foundation for the Princess Alice Hospital. The sum we will not mention here now until the time comes. So Roland has done a lot, and I must commend him for the effort he took in doing what he did. Because before he left Grenada, after college here, he also worked at the Windward Islands Broadcasting Service. And it's from there, with all his skills, that he decided to join the Technical Career Institute in New York. But before all what he was doing, he was living with his brother, Gentle Benjamin, who is here today. Gentleman provided him with, with a home and gave him all his support while he was going to school, until he was finished with school and then moved to Pennsylvania. So today, we thank God for what he has done, and we hope that his ideas, his initiatives, the things that he thought about for your people, we hope that others would follow suit. And I'm telling you this today, and I want you children to understand that the examples your parents show to you, you must always take it and work with it. Because it's the parents that would mold you and give you the ideas for development, for further in your life, and for helping others in the future. So again, I thank you all for coming, and the idea today is to present formally a donation to Reverend Mark.
Thank you very much, Ms. Benjamin. I will now ask Honorable Emily Fair to make some brief remarks.
Thank you very much, Reverend Mark. This morning I greet specially your district education officer, Mrs. Lord, other members of the Benjamin family and friends of the Benjamin family, teachers, students all, good morning. This morning I'm extremely delighted to have this opportunity to join with you in this very important ceremony. But I want to use this opportunity first of all to express deepest appreciation to the Benjamin family for this gesture on behalf, particularly the mom, on behalf of her son who has passed away. Let me make this very important point, and Mrs. Benjamin mentioned the importance of parents. And as she said that, it grieved my heart thinking about parents who are not good examples to their children. But I want to encourage you this morning that even if your parents may be doing things that are not good examples for you to follow, there are so many good people in your communities that you can look to, that you can look up to. And even you can encourage mom and encourage dad to be the role model that they should be. So I'm quite sure with the festive season that might be coming up, you can be an encouragement to say to daddy, no daddy, you don't have to drink. Or no mommy, you don't have to do that. Because our parents are supposed to be our #1 role model. And that is why I want to this morning salute Mrs. Benjamin for being an excellent mom. And I'm saying this because I believe all my life I can say that I've heard of or would have known of Mrs. Benjamin. And what has happened here today is really a testimony of good parenthood, because children don't just fall from the sky and emerge to be good children. Children need good parents to support and to encourage them. So Mrs. Benjamin, this is not all about your son, but you should take some credit that you would have had such an important role to play. And not only that, when you look at his generosity, it tells you that he would have learned something from his parents. And I really want to recognize her contribution over the years, not just to St. Andrew, but to Grenada, Carriacou, and Pittimatnik, and I believe she deserves. So I want to especially recognize the Benjamin family for the contribution they've been making, not just now, but over the years, whether it be mother, father, son, everybody has been contributing, and I believe this is a family that needs to be recognized for the contribution they've made over the years. As the school receives this donation, Mr. Principal, I'm quite certain you have more than enough need for it. And I'm certain that it will be put to good use, because I know definitely that this school is very much in need, and this donation would definitely go a long way in the further development of this institution. But I want to close by speaking to you children for a short minute to say to you that what is happening here this morning should be a testimony for you, should be an example for you, that you should never forget the institutions that would have molded you. You should never forget the sacrifices of your principals and your teachers, because they would have done a lot for you. And as you move on in life, you must always think of ways that you can give back and you can contribute. But I want to remind you this morning that your ability to give back would be dependent on what you do with the opportunity that you have. I am certain that within Roland's class, when he was a student like you, there were many students, many friends that he had. But I'm certain when we look today, if we do a research on all the friends that he had in school, I am sure that there are some who might have disappointed their school, disappointed their teachers, disappointed their communities. When you look around, and those of us who are adults, and we see some of the people who went to school with us, we wonder what would have happened to them along the way. Some might have turned to drugs, some went on the streets, some got themselves in all kinds of problems with the law. I'm saying this to say to you that you have a choice this morning to follow in the footsteps of Roland, a former student of this school. I urge you therefore to take your education seriously, to work hard, to be disciplined, to be hardworking, to give back in your homes. Do something to encourage your mommies and your daddies, that they will continue to feel proud of you. But most importantly, I want to encourage you to have respect for everyone. Respect for your friends, respect for your teachers and principals, respect for everyone that you come across. And what you would be doing, therefore, is encouraging and living on the legacy of a successful student of this institution. I wish you all the best. Those of you who are concluding your exams, I wish you all the best in your exams. Those of you who might be moving on from this institution, you have something that you can work towards. I wish you all the best. And forgive me if I have to run off, but I have another engagement at the Methodist School, if you allow me to do so. I thank you very much, and I wish you all the best in this institution.
Thank you very much, Minister Pierre. I will now ask our representative from the Ministry of Education, Deacon Roland, who is also our District Education Officer here in District 3 in St. Andrew, to make some brief remarks. Deacon Law.
A very pleasant good morning to the Benjamin family. Pleasant morning to our minister, our teachers, friends of the Benjamin family, boys and girls. On behalf of the Ministry of Education, I would like to extend our sincere thanks to the Benjamin family for that gift that they have given to the school. As the minister said, it is timely, and I know that the school will make good use of that fund. Once again, as the minister said, we would like to express our sincere thanks to the family. And we do wish that as the family grow from strength to strength, the example that they have shown, the minister explained, I will not reiterate, all the good things that Ms. Benjamin is doing for our community. And not only her community, but to Grenada as a whole. And boys and girls, I know that you are aware of what she's doing. I would like you to give her another round of applause. What I can say of Ms. Benjamin is she's a very determined woman. And why I say this, I know many years ago, Ms. Benjamin has been the backbone of the Kidney Foundation, and then she moved on to help the Princess Alice Hospital. Her mind, heart and soul is always in doing something for our community. And I know that Ms. Benjamin will realize that Grenada is very proud of her. So once again, on behalf of the Ministry of Education, on behalf of our district, District 3, and all our members, to the Benjamin family and friends, we say a hearty thank you.
That the children and the teachers and everybody would appreciate what you do. Again, thank you all for being here and for the gesture of presenting this to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. On behalf of the staff and students, but I just want to make this point that now that we have received this donation, I just want to assure the Benjamin family that whatever happens, these monies will remind us and will inform you later on that the memory of Roland Benjamin will be first and foremost in our minds. So whatever we do, we are hoping, by the grace of God, to have a fund set up in his name with the permission of his family so that the school and students can benefit, not only in the present, but in the future. So once again, thank you very much.
Benjamin family and friends and well-wishers, I would like to applaud the Honorable Minister Emmeline Pierre and our DO, Mrs. Mary Lord. And in the words of Mahira Gandhi, let us be the change that we want to see. This is evident in what is happening here today. The Benjamin family would like to see the improvement of education. and in her son, Mr. Roland Benjamin, this donation is key in so doing. In our world today, we have to stand out to make a difference. And for that, we want to say thank you so very much to the Benjamin family. Education is the only vehicle that can get us to where we want to. And with that contribution to education, we know, although it may not get us exactly where we want, but it will get us part of the way. Mrs. Benjamin, on behalf of your son and your family, we extend our heartfelt thank you on behalf of the staff and students of the St. Andrew's Anglican Primary School. In the absence of the minister, we want to say thank you for words of encouragement, and we continue here to implore on our children that they, through their parents, have to be good role models. And we also thank the well-wishers and supporters of the Benjamin family for being here and being a part of what is happening this morning. Thank you very much, and we do appreciate your contribution. Thank you. I'd just like to say one thing more, and I forgot in the beginning, to show appreciation to the teachers, the principal and teachers who were there during Roland's and Gentle's tenure in school. This is Dr. Sylvester, among others. Mr. Tellis, I don't remember all the names now, but in those days they were really supportive of the children as the present ones, and we want to perhaps in the future do something in the schools that we could remember our past principals and some of our teachers. Maybe little plaques to show that they really were here contributing to education. The names, a board to represent the names of the principals. And I've done some research on that already, onto the many principals that have passed through the schools. But if we continue to forget the people who mold us and the people who took care of us from the very beginning, we forget the life and the history of these people, then when we are gone too, they would forget us. So it is imperative that we do something in the school to honor our past principals and teachers. Some photographs we may not have now, but their names. And we have a lot of names already put aside. And I've already decided with the priest and Father Mark and so to do something special, especially for the Anglican schools and the Anglican church, being Paraclete, holding a sense wherever. But we must recognize our priests, our teachers, and our generally the people who worked for us in the past. Otherwise, if we don't know where we come from, we can't know where we're going. Thank you.
To bring this ceremony to an end, let us all stand as we sing our school song.
1, 2, 3.